What's good, guys? Welcome back. Ella Dadzi here. All right, it's been few days since the commencement of the E-Levy, and okay, here's the thing: it isn't that Ghanaians we do not want to pay the E-Levy or we do not want to pay taxes. We have been paying taxes. I mean, for as long as you are a Ghanaian, you do pay tax. Even on toffee, you do pay tax on it. It is just that Ghanaians have stopped believing in our leaders. That is the whole thing. It's like a kid asking you to buy toffee for him on your way, I mean coming back from work. So you come back, he asks you where the toffee is, you're like, oh, you have forgotten. The next day he asks you, where is the toffee? You're like, oh, I have forgotten. One time he's going to stop asking you that because he knows that when he asks you where the toffee is, you are going to be like, I have forgotten. You're going to tell him the same storyline, so he's just going to one day stop asking you about it. That is the same thing with our political leaders and the citizens. We have stopped believing in our leaders because they tell us that they are going to do this, they don't. We give them our opinion, we give them our concern about something, they do not listen. Even if they listen, they do not do anything about it. That is the whole thing between that is the whole thing happening between the E-Levy and then the citizens. That is it. All right, so as I was saying, prior to that, I mean, I knew that the president had signed it. The president, it was just getting to the month where it was going to start, but then I had a bit of hope that maybe there is going to be a change of mind. Yes, I think 2 days to that, that was what I was thinking. I was like, maybe there's going to be a change of mind with the E-Levy. Then I got a message from MTN and I was like, ha, yeah. And then before the whole E-Levy commencing, that's the first May that the E-Levy started, there were a lot of tweets, particularly about this guy. Remember me. My livelihood depends on your votes. Remember me, NAPCO. Yes, we do remember you. And it looks like the NAPCO and then the GRA are two separate bodies under the government, but then it looks like the GRA, should I use copy? The GRA used the same format with that of the NAPCO, but then this time it says by paying E-Levy, you are giving our children a bright future. Your taxes work for you. Yeah, and that is what the GRA used. But looking at the remember me guy, the name of mobile compared to that of the GRA, the E-Levy one, the E-Levy guy, he has a very beautiful smile, and then the remember me Napo guy and Wabro. I remember Ghana so. And then it looks like this guy is going to the E-Levy the E-Levy guy is going to face the same thing. So yes, now there was a whole lot of tweets on that. This says that the same 442 formation, the same 442 formation. The beginning of new nonsense, NAPCO, and then there's the by pay E-Levy at work attached to it. This says same lies, hashtag NAPCO. Yeah, so this is how they started the NAPCO. Remember me nonsense. They are doing the same with E-Levy. Face of E-Levy, you yate, go and ask face of NAPCO. Why should he go and ask face of NAPCO? NAPCO, as I said, is a different body, and then the GRA is a different. It's a different body. E-Levy is a different thing altogether. So what is the similarity between the NAPCO and then the E-Levy? E-Levy. And then other tweets concerning the whole E-Levy before the commencement, before 1st of May, where I'm sure this guy, they work for GNPC or BOGO because they can't leave him like that. He's referring to the remember me. It's like his name now is the remember me guy. I'm sure this guy, they work for GNPC or BOG because they can't leave him like that. So like that cry. I'm sure they have made him permanent now. Permanent where? BOG or what? Funny how many Ghanaians have zero or small knowledge about the E-Levy. The public education on that was really poor. I'd say 50% education on that was poor, and then the other 50% was because Ghanaians before that, I mean, even still now, have refused to accept the E-Levy. So whatever that was being said about it, now say yente, that is the whole thing. It isn't that there was, yes, the education on it, it was mainly politicized, you know. It was like, oh, the minority are saying this, the majority are saying that, and a whole lot of things. It was, let me just put that, it was, the education about it was noisy. There was a whole lot of noise with education on it, and partly also because, like I said, we didn't want to accept it. They say some of us there, the E-Levy thing really know the border. We know they receive Momo alerts from anyone, and we know they send anyone Momo to. So we just day one side. Yep. Mostly people who were really talking about the E-Levy, wanting to know more about the E-Levy and wanting to understand the whole E-Levy are those who do transaction. And then the E-Levy, it isn't just about Momo users. It is if you do electronic transaction, it's going to affect you. And then it isn't that if you do electronic transaction, the E-Levy is going to affect everybody in this country. It doesn't matter whether you do Momo, whether you do other electronic transactions, it is going to affect everybody. If not directly, it is going to affect you indirectly, because if somebody sells something and then he or she pays with electronic transaction, it is going to affect his business. So not for it to affect his business, he's going to do something about the pricing of his product. So in a way, it is going to affect everybody. So it isn't that we use Momo and you don't use Momo. The E-Levy is going to affect all of us. So let me know the kind of difficulties that you've had since the commencement of this whole E-Levy. Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys some other time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share.